Yeah, so what's up guys? Today to create our password strength indicator, and our password strength indicator, it's dependent on the number of characters that we put as our password. So if I put the first 3 characters or inaniambia the password is weak, nikiendelea the password is medium, nikiendelea the password is strong. So this it depends by the number of characters that to make up ndani. So how do we do this? We're going to do this using JavaScript. Now acha niende kwa my VS Code and then we start coding. Okay, so I've created 2 files, one password.html nikalink na hiyo ya CSS. So ndio nimezilink hapa hivi. So wacha tuanze kucode. So the first thing I'm going to create it's our background. So our background div.background. Na hii background it will act as our parent. Ndio display flex na justify content center, our children elements will be at the center of our page. So the next I'm going to create another div called box. Now inside this box, I'm going to put our input type password. So password. Then I'm going to put a placeholder. Placeholder ni hiyo text inapia hapo ndani, password. And then the ID still same ni password. So control C ni control V hapo. Control V password. Okay, so inakaa hivyo. Then hapo chini I'm going to put our paragraph, our P element P. Then the password is then I'm going to put a span. Now span it's an inline element, si kama div. They're block level elements. So is span hapa nitaipatia ID ya strength locator, so ita show if the password is weak, either medium ama strong dependent on the number of characters. So this strength, our strength locator, so your span. So inakaa hivyo. So the password is hiyo span, atujeka kitu ndani, tutaweka kitu content using JavaScript. So let me head to my CSS and then we start now styling this. So background as our parent element, I want to display flex so that I can center my children at the center of the page. So display flex, justify content center, align item center. So ndio ikuje kwa katikati ya page, hii background lazima tuipatie height ya 100 VH. So height occupy 100 viewport height, so 100 VH inakaa hivyo. Then width I'm going to give it 100%, take 100% of the screen, so width 100%. Okay, so far so good. Then I will style my box. So nitakama hapa niseme dot box, niseme width. I'm going to give it a width of 400 pixels, not 4000, 400 pixels. Then max width 90%. Then position relative. Okay, so far so good, inakaa hivyo. So hii nikipatia, unaona hii box nimeipatia width ya 400 pixels. Nikikam kwa hiyo input niseme with 100%, 100% it will be 100% of that container yenye tumeweka. So it will be 100% meaning 400 pixels. Sasa so nitakama hapo dot box alafu input dot box, then our input niseme with 100%, so it will occupy 100% of the container that it is in. So 100%, yeah. Then nipatie ka height ya 40 pixels. Okay, then some padding, at least isikaribia huku sana. So I'm going to give it a padding 0, then 10 pixels. So hii 0 hii ya kwanza inamaanisha top and bottom, na hii ya pili ni left and right. So nataka tu left and right, at least iko imesonga songa hivyo. Then I want to remove the outline, so outline none. And then the border equal 2 pixels, solid black. Okay, so far so good. Then the text, so font size yake ikuwe medium. Okay, so far so good, inakaa poa. Then I will style our paragraph, P element, the password is, then seme tu font size medium ama large. Okay, so far so good, inakaa hivyo. So now we'll go to our javascript. Hapo ndo mambo yote iko. So javascript, I'm going to, okay, hapa sikuwa na hiyo body. JavaScript unaweka after hiyo body element, so script hapa ndo unaandika javascript yako. So I'm going to create 3 variables. Variables zetu ndio zitatusaidia kumanipulate the content of our page. So let, you can use let to declare a variable. So our first variable, I'm going to say password, pass in short, is equals to document dot get element by id password. So hii password, our input password id yake niko nimeipatia password, so control C ni kama hapa hivi ni paste hapo ndani, control V. So we are going to use this word pass to mean the password yenye user ameweka hapo ndani. So sorry. So I'm going to copy paste this mara tatu ndo nisi waste time. So our first variable ni password. Our second variable, it's going to be our message. So unaona if the password is, let me give it an ID called message. So an ID message. So control C, then MSG to mean message. Let message is equals to control V, message. And then the last one ni strength. Now our strength indicator yenye itakuwa ina show kama hiyo the number of characters, ikiwa mingi ni strong, ikiwa less ni weak. So strength is equals to, tutai represent na str meaning strength. Okay, so far so good. So staki ikue ionyeshe this paragraph here. So I'm going to come to my CSS, niseme display is equals to none. So now paragraph niseme display is equals to none, and then it a display block once the user ameanza ku enter some characters. So display is equals to none. So immediately the user ameanza ku input hapa, we want it to display block here the password is. So I'm going to come here. Now for us to know whether the user is typing in something, we need to add an event listener to listen to the input yenye the user is putting. So in our password, si nimeitumia pass this variable to represent the password. So nitasema pass dot add event listener. So I'm going to add event listener to it. What are we listening to? We are listening to the input sound. So when the user aki input, what do we want to happen? We want to display here the paragraph element. So I can write a function like this. This is the old way of writing a function, ama I can use arrow functions. Now arrow functions provide a more simpler syntax than hiyo ingine inachokesha. So we use arrow functions if we don't have to write the function name. So nivo brackets, then is equals, then the arrow, then unaweza write your function hapo ndani. So what do we want? We want it to display. So I'm going to say if now the password, sa user akianza kuenter something, so if the pass, kwa sababu tumetumia pass, so if the pass dot value dot length is greater than 0, so immediately ameanza kuenter something, if it's greater than 0, we want to show that the message. So your msg dot style dot display, msg dot style dot display is equals to block. Juu tulikuwa tumeweka display is equals to none, so to block. So let me come here, immediately niki enter something ina display hiyo. Sasa then nataka akitoa display irudi back to display none. So if the password is greater than 0, display block, else, meaning if it's not greater than 0, display is equals to none. So else msg dot style, so I'm just going to copy paste this, control C, control V. So msg dot style display is equals to none. So if the password is not greater than 0, so let me come here, nikitype if the password is greater than 0, ina display your block, ina display none. Okay, so tuendelea. Then I'm going to put another if. Now sasa ndio tujue hizo the number of characters. If characters kama if it's greater than 4, you want kwa hiyo span ionyeshe week. If it's greater than hiyo 8 ionyeshe strong. So if the your password dot value dot length, the password dot value dot length, sasa hiyo length yenye anaweka is less than 4 characters, what do you want to do? We want to display our inner HTML and the span is equals to week. So utakama hapa hivi, si tulikuwa tumetumia hii str ku represent your strength, so utakama hapa hivi str dot inner HTML is equals to week. Sasa okay, let me save. So nikikama hapa hivi nikianza kutype, as you can see, kwa sababu iko less than 4 automatically ina display the password is weak. So I'm going to say else if the password dot value dot length, if the length is greater than 4 and unaweka double and hivyo, and password dot value dot length is less than or equal to 8, hapo ndo medium sasa. So your str dot inner HTML is equals to medium. Then sasa ya mwisho ni hiyo sa strong. If it's greater than 8 is equals to strong. So nikikam nikitype hapo, so unaona ikishapita hiyo 4 mark inakuwa hapo ni weak, nikiendelea medium. Sasa so if it is greater than 8 tunataka hiyo display strong. So I'm just going to copy, macha tu niandike else if your pass.value, let me just copy paste this, dot length is greater than 8, control C, control V, is greater than 8. Sasa display your strength is equals to strong. Strength.inner HTML is equals to strong. Okay, so nikikama hapa hivi, as you can see, weak, medium, now it's strong. Sasa so the last thing sasa ni kuadd hizo the visual effects, hizo style. Ikikuwa weak ikuwe red na the border is red, ikikuwa medium orange, strong green. So utakam to hapa, then utasema sasa hiyo password dot border color, dot style dot border color, tunataka hiyo border color yake ikuwe red, dot border color is equals to red ama tomato. Sasa so ikikuwa weak, as you can see, the border color ni hiyo tomato, and then tunataka the word our strength indicator ikuwe also the same color, tomato. So the strength str dot style dot color is equals to tomato also, tomato. So let me come here, wait, dot style, imeandika the word style vibaya, dot style dot color. As you can see hapo ni weak, so I'm just nita copy paste, concept ndo muhimu, so I hope hapo ume understand the concept. So the same thing I'm going to copy paste, nikuje ni add hapa, then color tu ndo nda change. So hapa kwa medium nitasema color ni orange, then kwa strong utasema color ni green, so orange, and then same thing copy paste, or not the word orange, copy paste this code and then useme green, so control C, control V, then useme to green. The password is green, and when the password is greater than 8, those visual effects to appear. So let me save, then nikikam So as you can see, ikikuwa weak, ikikuwa medium ina turn orange, ikikuwa strong ina turn green. So that's our password strength indicator. If you have any questions, write down in the comment section. So yeah, thank you for your time. Subscribe and learn for free.